Okay, so this is a launcher, and I have the seat clamp that is clamped down as close as possible to the vertical beam. And it's very tight, so you can try to shake it, it wouldn't move. And there's the short range, medium range, and long range. And if you look down, there is a yellow tape inside the barrel. So as you load the ball, that yellow tape is going to move. So if you push with the ramrod, so just try to push gently one click on the trigger. See, the trigger clicks, and now we're in short range. If you push further, medium range. This is the range we're launching. The short range is a bit too short, and the medium range is just right. And the long range tends to launch into each other's data pad. So this is the best range, the medium range. And let's see here. We have the this is a data recording pad. It's basically a carbon copy paper with an actual sheet of paper behind. So if the ball hits this carbon copy paper, it'll leave a circular dot. It'll leave a dot on the on that paper. So what you want to do is you want to do a launch, and just to see where the ball hits, and then you place your carbon copy paper pad where that the ball hits. So as I recall, the ball hits somewhere over here. I'll just place that pad here just to see if I'll hit it again. If I will hit it again, and then I will tape the pad down so that it doesn't move. Alright, so let me launch and see if that hits the pad. Okay, it hits the edge of the pad somewhere around here. So there's a dot. So I will move the pad somewhere over here, and then I will tape down the pad. The way to tape down the pad is to tape just the paper here. Tape this corner, tape that corner. That should be good enough. You don't want to tape over the fragile carbon copy paper, and when you rip the tape, you may destroy that carbon copy paper. So this should be a good spot for recording positions. You want to land 10 shots with a close enough grouping on this paper. If you launch 10 shots, but not all 10 shots are closely packed and in a nice grouping, you may want to launch a few additional launches, so then you can mark off those ones you don't want to measure. So now again here, every time before you launch, take a look at the angle. It's still 0, so that is good, and you want to keep looking at that angle before you launch. So this is launching at the horizontal or 0 degree angle. You want to do it at least 10 times in order to have at least 10 data points. Alright, so when it comes to time to measure the distance, we have a plumb line to mark the starting point of that distance. So this plumb line, it is, okay. So I basically drip the plumb line here, and as you can see, the plumb bob is sitting on the floor. So what you want to do there is you want to put some masking tape there and mark an X where the plumb bob is hitting. So that is the starting point of your horizontal distance. And then you can take a 2-meter stick to start from there, and then you want to measure your distance all the way to one of those dots that are on the recorded on the paper. The 2-meter stick is not enough because this distance is over 2 meters. So you want to take a 2-meter stick and then add another 1-meter stick. And I've had students who would tape the last 1-meter stick onto the floor so the meter stick doesn't move, and then they can use that to measure the distances. Or you can tape the 2-meter stick on the floor, whatever you feel is more convenient. So here it is. If you want to change the angle, just make sure you loosen these some screws, and then you can change to, for example, 38 degree. So just go for 38 degree. Let me hold on. Let's say I want to go for 38 degrees. So this is roughly 38 degrees. Again, every time I need to check to make sure the angle is still correct, because each time I launch, the launcher shakes quite violently. It could change the angle, and if your C-clamp is not tight, it could twist or turn the launcher into launching at a different orientation. That will likely miss the paper pad, data pad. Right? So when you need to measure the height of the launch, you want to start from the floor level and go all the way up to the bottom, inside bottom of the barrel, because your ball is dropping from this height, the bottom of the ball drops from this height and all the way down to the floor, right? The bottom ball of the ball hits the floor, so the bottom of the ball was here, this high, and then it becomes 0. So you start your measurement, the height, from the floor, and you end here at the inside of the barrel.